Hi, my name is Lena. I would like to discuss with you with EDMA 163 assignment task 1. I was surprised to see Key's workplace use a lot of math at his job. During that time that I interviewed him, I have found out that in Key's job descriptions, he is using the algebra, pattern, geometry, shape, and find the area to build the crimps to join the cables. Key believes that mathematics in his view are designed as numbers, shapes, and sizes. Without understanding those simple mathematics, it is impossible for him to carry out his job every day. For example, to find out the area of the conductors, he needs to be able to crimp the conductors because each conductor needs to crimp the correct sizes. It is very important for the teacher to encourage the students to express and present the idea so the children have opportunity to develop their problem-solving skill in mathematics concept. Helping the children understand how and when to mathematics idea is part of the long process. This means that the teachers are there to support the children during mathematics learning session and explain and justifies the mathematics ideas through play. The teacher's role is use different strategy when implementing the math session with the children, such as listening and observing, analyze and assessing the children's learning, responding with positive approach, and acknowledging what the children know and understanding with the learning content, having open-ended question in the meaningful way, collaborating play with the children, role modeling and scaffolding the children's learning, and provide guidance and support through intentional teaching through play. This is Key transcript. Hi everyone, my name is Key. I am Lina's husband and I am working in an assembly department building transformers. My factory is in the Glenville suburb in Melbourne. In this job, we are required to do many different tasks. We need to cut the cable, conductors, installations into different shapes, such as square, cylinders, or circle. And those shapes need to be measured and cut into sizes as required for the job. In each conductor have 7 strings. We also need to work out the area of the conductor by taking the length, time, width, time numbers of conductors. For example, 5 mm times 3 mm times 7 conductors equal 105 mm square. Based on Robin's belief that the children's development of the foundation in mathematics concept begins since they was very young age, before they start in kindergarten. In kindergarten classroom, teachers and educators is always introduce the colors, shapes, patterns to names and recognize is a strong foundation skill. Their skill in their early childhood education and early concept to introduce the early mathematics concepts to kindergarten children in the classroom. According to Piaget, has emphasized that the the age from 2 years old to 7 years old, there are in the operational stage of cognitive development and have ability to thought objects according to one attribute. The National Research Council has recommends that all the early childhood educational program is implementing a high quality math curriculum. The expert believe that the young children needs to develop foundation skills into mathematical concepts such as numbers, counting and recognizing the numbers, geometry, name and recognition of shapes, spectral thinking and measurement. It is very crucial for teachers to embed the algebra concept into educational program because it is a very strong fundamental to build the children's learning ability, problem solving in the sense of mathematics, and their disposition to develop their physical and social interaction with classmates. Please have a look of Key Photo's job. Based on my interview with Key, he discovered that the area of the conductors is next to crimp with the cable with the following step. After Key have been worked out the areas with the open strands, then he cuts the cables to connect to the switch. Next, crimp conductors with the cable. After that, insulate with the papers on the conductors and crimping areas. Last, run the cable to connect to the switch. For example, how to work out the area of the conductor length times width times number of conductors. 5 millimeters times 3 millimeters times 7 conductors equal 105 millimeters square. Area has referred to amount of the space that's contained within a two-dimensional shape. Relation hold between the units of the measurement and the attribute has been measured. Furthermore, the unit has iterated into dimension of to create an area array, and this leads to multiplicative relationship involving the length of the size. Teachers teach the children with awareness of where students are in their current understanding of multiplication. This concept is used for older children. Algebra can be explained as generalized arithmetic, where the children's learning about numbers and moving forward to seeing the generalization. This has emphasized that the ability to generalize mathematical structures by noticing a command structures that can be applied to multiple cases is the main fundamental to mathematics. It is also very important to teach the children similarity and the difference about the geometric shape, and explains to the children what it is the same and what is the difference. Please see the chart. It is very important to introduce or teach the children and justification of description of the geometric shapes to build the children's early mathematical concept, language, hand-on activity, visual discriminations, social interactions with peers, and cognitive development. This is the complete project that Key and his workmate has built. Key said their project, it took them 12 weeks to build and 10 people work. Based on Key's project from his workplace, he and his workmate have engaged with the mathematics every day when they are building the transformers. In Key's job description, he needs to understand and be able to classification of the geometric shapes such as square, cylinders, and circle shape. The mathematics is a very essential tool in Key's workplace because when he needs to find out the area to crimp the conductor with the cable, he needs to understand the basic foundation of mathematics concept to carry his work out every day. Everyone uses mathematics within their everyday life, even when they go shopping. They also need to math to calculate how many avocado, for example, they may need to buy and how much it costs in each avocado. For the young children, they are born with mathematical concepts such as numbers, colors, shapes. When the teachers introduce the counting in contexts that are meaningful to them. Like in the classroom, the children engage with mathematical contents in variety ways, such as playing with the Lego, comparison of lengths between the short and the long wooden blocks, counting how many cars on the car track, and water play, in transferring the water in concept full and empty. Although all those learning experiences that the children explore with them every day. Most of the times in the classroom, the teachers engage with the children about math games such as counting the pom-pom using the dice game, reading number books and singing number song, naming shape, sizes, and patterns. All those meaningful learning experiences that the children engage with every day help to boost their conception of early mathematics learning and builds their competence in recognize in their early mathematics concept in their early math. Here is my reference list. Thank you so much everybody for listening to my presentation and have a good day. Thank you.